Good morning, guys. Welcome to Tyler's Talking Sports. So it's either Monday morning or it's Thursday morning because we drop 2 episodes weekly at 6 a.m. Monday morning and Thursday morning. Monday morning's episode will be called Off the Record, where we talk about a little bit of everything. We just sit back, two guys talking about sports. My name is Tyler Hess. On the other side of the mic, you're going to hear from my brother from another mother, Tyler Castle. We talk sports. We're going to become your favorite sports podcast. You're going to want to listen to us. But Mondays, we have Off the Record. Thursday morning is where you find out what's getting ready to happen this upcoming Saturday in college football. We go over the biggest matchups, who's going to win the Heisman, who we think is going to win. We also talk about the local games here in Southwest Virginia and East Tennessee. So we're so glad to have you guys, but do us one favor. It's one itty-bitty favor. If you don't care, whatever it is you're listening on, because, guys, we on everything. We on all major podcasting platforms, and we're on YouTube. And we're on Facebook, so be sure you hit that follow button. Be sure you follow us, subscribe to us, do whatever you can. Every little bit helps, guys, and we appreciate everything. We're doing this for you guys, and we hope you fall in love with us. Love us or hate us, we feel like you're going to come back. Thank you, guys. Enjoy this episode.
This episode is brought to you by Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning. They also offer certified personal training and certified functional fitness classes to fit all needs. If you're in the market for a gym membership, this is a great place to hit up. Hit up Ethan, Tyler, or Jordan at any of their numbers, and check out their website at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com.
This episode is brought to you by Little's Lawn Care. Little's Lawn Care is the all-you-need lawn care people. You need your yard mowed. You need your leaves blowed out of your yard. You need your gutters cleaned out. Contact Little's Lawn Care at 276-698-5104. Again, that number is 276-698-5104. You can text them and you can call him. His name is Brandon Little. He's an incredible person, and be sure you let him know that Tyler sent you. Woo!
And we're live! Hopefully y'all are awake after that. Season 2, Episode 20, Week 11 preview and college playoff rankings. Happy Thursday morning. Welcome to Tyler's Talking Sports. This is your first time tuning in. We sure do appreciate you being here. On the other side of the mic, on the video, my brother from another mother, Tyler Hess, and myself, Tyler Castle, bringing you college football in Season 2. Happy Thursday morning.
Happy Thursday, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man. This week is flying by.
Flying. Zooming. You got a trip coming up.
I do got a trip coming up. 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah. 2 days, man. 48 hours.
48.
Yeah. 48 hours. It's crazy, man. Heading tech. It's wild.
Heading tech.
Gonna be talking about tech here in a minute.
Yep.
Y'all stay tuned. But we also got some other trips planned.
We do?
Yeah, we got one coming up November 23rd. If you haven't listened into previous episodes, we're heading to Boone. November 23rd. Heading to Boone, November 23rd. We ran through our agenda on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all listen to that. If not, go back to episode 19. You can hear that agenda and go through all that stuff. So make sure you tune back into that and get the updates on that because we got a full agenda. We're stopping at 7 spots, so a lot of cool stuff happening there. App State actually plays tonight versus Coastal Carolina.
They do.
8 p.m. Who you got?
I'm going with App State. I'm going with App State the rest of the year just because we're going there.
App State, baby.
I don't even care if they're playing Georgia, Tennessee, or Alabama. I'm going with App State.
You're going with App State, the Mountaineers. The Luke Combs of the Boone, North Carolina.
I need you to quit talking. Baker Mayfield's here.
Baker Mayfield has arrived. He is down in the bottom of the screen. We have Mr. Seth Stanley joining us tonight. You know what that means? When Seth pops up, that means we're going to talk about Emory and Henry football. Got some big stuff here. Yeah, got the Wasp football. Brought the hoodie out for this. Big game for Emory.
You just keep talking.
Okay, man. Big game from Emory here. They got Wise coming up this Saturday, 1 p.m. Make sure I had that right because last week I said they had a bye and they played Marseille.
For the division. It was to clinch the division. It's all right.
To clinch the division. And they dropped a goose egg.
Yep.
They dropped it, man.
Right. It's the hardest place to play in America, I swear. It's like
it must be, man, because what was the final on that? 30. It's like 30. They ran out of gas. They lost by 10, right?
Yeah,
It's like 34-23.
something like that. Well, they
Something like
they
that.
threw 2 pick sixes. Emory did.
Really?
Yeah, defense still played good, but
Well, that ain't going to help, man. You cannot be turning the ball over. Hess, I like that hat, man.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, nothing like UVA, am I right?
UVA.
Go Cavs, baby.
Wise.
Whoa, UVA Wise coming in here. So we got Wise, as mentioned, entering this one coming off a big win last weekend over Tusculum. That was a pretty big win for them. I'm not going to lie. I was not projecting that one. They won that game 35-27 and now 3-5 on the year. Again, we just mentioned Emory coming off a stinging loss to Mars Hill. Now 7-2. 7-2.
What happened, though?
You missed it. Seth, as you went to go get your apparel, Seth said they turned the ball over twice. Emory did. They threw two pick sixes.
Can't have it.
Yeah, because Mars Hill got off to a 10-0 lead, and I was kind of a little worried about that, and they never did come back. So, yeah. Hopefully that don't happen against Wise.
I swear.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens.
UVA Wise put a good game up against Tusculum, better game than we did, but they did have home field advantage. I think it's another thing that Emory's going to have for them is playing at home. They seem to always play better at home. That's been a consistent trend for many years. But I think players are going to be playing for their coaches. Coach Hunter, Coach Q, call him, interim head coach, Coach Compton, offensive line, both coached previously at UVA Wise. So that's going to mean a little more to the players. They both respect the crap out of them. So, yeah, I think it'd be a little different game. I don't know if the quarterback situation is going on. Chuck didn't play too much in that game. I don't know I didn't watch it, so I don't know if there's any kind of injury or anything going on there. But hopefully Cole Lambert can, if he is the starter going in Saturday, hopefully he can step up.
Cole Lambert sounds like a starter name.
From Abingdon, played at Abingdon.
Really?
Yeah.
Have to look that. Are you going to this game?
Yeah, I'll go for a little bit.
Go for a little bit. I like it. Seth's a true wasp, man. True wasp.
How many games? Because he thinks they're going to blow him out.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know. It's gonna be a game, I think.
How many games have you been to this year?
All the home games.
All the home games. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Home.
Dedication, alumni. I like it. So, Seth, of course, the question is, who do you have in this one, and what's the key to winning?
The Wasp key to winning is going to be not go. It's the same. I feel like it's the same story we talked about last time. Was keeping routine, keeping who they are defensively, not letting those big plays. I think you kind of saw. I think Mars Hill kind of took advantage of it. We are weak on the outsides. We saw that against Carson Newman. They picked up many third downs that they shouldn't have got. But that's just playing the game of football. So stay solid on defense. Continue to build a rhythm offensively. Let the run game build a little more. Throw those open balls, and should be a pretty routine game if they can keep those kind of things flowing.
Let her rip, tater chip. That's what I'm hearing.
I like it.
Hess, who you got in this one, and what's the key to winning?
Well, man, here's the thing. UVA Wise is generating 320.8 yards per game. But their opponents are averaging 420 yards per game. Wise can't stop the run either. Opposition's throwing for 210 yards per game, while Wise is throwing for just 214 yards per game.
Close.
Give me Emory big.
Give him Emory big. Got two Emory here, Was.
Yeah.
I like it. What? So you give me a score projection. You say big. Like 2 scores?
27-10.
27-10. I like it. 17-point spread. I like it a lot. One thing y'all didn't mention, Cooper Wick. He did start last week for Wise, and he absolutely tore it up.
Yep.
Dude balled out.
He was 27 for 39 for 369 yards and 3 tutties.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Honestly, I think he could be a factor in this game. We'll see. Quarterback changes can do a lot for teams, so we'll see what happens. Emory's key to winning this game, in my opinion, is not get down early like Marcel. He can't go down 10-0 against Wise. I think it's still hard to come back. Clock time management is huge. Just manage the clock, keep the ball, pretty much the entire game. I think you'll win that game, obviously. But yeah, Emory's going to win this one big. 28-14 is my projection. 2 tutties.
Yeah, I like 35-14.
35-14.
I think our secondary, although quarterback good secondary is one of the best, I think, in the conference, if not the best secondary. in our conference. So
I think you hit the nail on the head too. Home field advantage. I think something about Emory. I mean, y'all beat Lenore Ryan there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you beat another ranked. Was it Tusculum? Did y'all play Tusculum at home?
Carson Newman
at home. That's right.
That was the block field goal, right?
That Tusculum was blocked.
Tusculum was block field goal.
Carson Newman was just an all around awesome football game to watch.
Yeah, Tusculum. Man, what a season for Emory.
Hey.
They have a very good chance. I mean, I can't remember who they played last game of the season, but they can go 9-2.
Yep, they've got Newberry at Newberry.
Ooh,
and Newberry's a very beatable team. They're not the powerhouse they used to be. Well, they still are good, but
will that be Emory's best record if they end up going 9-2? That's what I thought.
In Division II for sure.
In D2, yeah, that's
one of the best seasons we've had here recently.
That's impressive, honestly. Yeah,
I like it.
Hopefully they pull it off, man. Got two locals playing. This is rare. We haven't had this really, other than ETSU playing some local teams. So this is nice.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Local wise, talking about Ian Ray on defense for Emory. Either left or right guard. Noah Sage. He's from Lee County. Played at Lee High School.
Lee, who hated that drive.
Yep. It's just you drive there and you just drive there and you just feel like you ain't going anywhere. Then
exactly.
Good old Lee, man. Fun times. There were some rough players at Lee, man.
What do you mean rough?
I mean, they were just rough. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? When they look rough?
I mean, you can take that however you want, but I'm just saying they's rough, man. Yeah.
I can't
rough.
Pennington Gap, man.
I got my freaking necklace stuck in my headphones right now. This is awesome.
I think it was like my first game I ever started, sophomore year of high school. I thought I was something. Had like 11 tackles or something. I thought I was a guy.
You were that guy.
You were that guy, man. That's why we have you on here. The Seth Stanley special. If you haven't listened to I think it's the last episode we called out Seth.
We did.
But we had a lot of people say that you looked like Baker Mayfield.
I'll take it.
So that is where that came from.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Take it. Yeah. Take Baker all day, man. Baker's a stud.
He's my fantasy quarterback for half the season.
There you go.
He's turning it up this year right now.
He's doing pretty good. Points. Should have beat the Chiefs the other night, but
overtime. The Chiefs. Your team has defense, you know.
It's true. It is what it is.
It comes down to that.
Well, Seth, we'll let you get back to it, brother. Appreciate you coming in for the Seth Stanley special. Always a pleasure, brother. You study hard and be good and holler if you need anything, my man.
I might need a gym to work out in. You got one of those?
We got one of those. If you listen to the beginning of this episode, you'll hear about our sponsor. It's Next Level Fitness Club. Great gym. Great gym.
See you, Seth.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, Seth Stanley. Hey, give a round of applause for Seth joining back in.
Nope.
Not going to give a round of... How do I do this, man? Give me a round of applause, dadgummit.
Seth.
There we go. First guest of the night. Bringing him in here for the Seth Stanley special segment. I could go 4 S's. 4 S's. Keep going, baby.
Yeah! Seth Stanley, baby.
Seth Stanley. Bright and early. 6 a.m.
That's right. 6 a.m. You got Seth Stanley in your radio.
Let's go.
Love Seth Stanley. Guy looks like Baker Mayfield.
All right. Calm down.
Man. Keep him going. Let's go, baby. Roll up.
Calm down, crowd. I got something to say.
Live, baby. Live crowd. Y'all the best.
The best. Thank you. Bluefield University versus St. Andrews. I knew he was going to. I can hear the clicks.
Boy.
I can hear the click. I'm done. This crowd won't shut up.
Love you, man. They love you.
Thank you. Love them too. Love our listeners. Bluefield University.
Oh, boy.
Versus St. Andrews. 1 p.m. this Saturday at St. Andrews. Bluefield enters this one 3-6 in a 2-week losing streak. Coming off a loss to Reinhardt University.
Okay.
St. Andrews enters this one. By the way, they have a nice website. 0-7.
Y'all bought them websites, man.
0-7. Not a nice record. Who you got in this one and what's the key to winning?
You know how I go, man. You know me. You know how I do every time we talk about Bluefield. You got my man, Dewey Lusk.
Dewey Lusk!
Dewey Lusk, baby.
Dewey!
See that hat on the floor right there? Dewey.
Dude, what now?
That hat on the floor? That was Dewey.
Oh, yeah.
UVA signee hat.
Nice. I like it, man.
It's in the floor. You know why?
It's in the floor. Why?
I was better than UVA wise.
Oh. Whoa.
But anyway, we're talking about Bluefield.
Bluefield.
And the Rams, and they're playing 0-7 Reinhardt.
No, 0-7 St. Andrews. They played Reinhardt last week.
I don't know. I didn't read that. I got
Obviously.
Reinhardt.
It's all right. Close enough.
Hey, you know what? It don't even matter. Bluefield ain't going to win this game. Give me St. Andrews.
St. Andrews with the upset.
Yes, sir.
Give me a score.
23-21.
23-21, 2-point spread. Bluefield, in my opinion, can get out of a losing streak by utilizing backups in this game. Kentucky Christian put up 85 points against St. Andrews a couple weeks back. St. Andrews, more like St. Lord, please help us get a win. Bluefield wins this one 48-20. St. Andrews 0-8.
I don't like that. St. Andrews is going to win this game. You know why? Because people like you doubting them.
0-8, baby. 48-20. Give me Bluefield Rams.
Nah, man.
We'll have that score update by Sunday.
Nope.
ETSU versus Western Carolina this Saturday at noon at ETSU.
Oh, boy.
Big game. Both
Big
teams
game.
enter this one 5-4.
Yeah.
My question to you is, do we see a dual threat, a QB again with King and English?
I don't see
It
why
worked.
you don't. It works. And I don't usually, I'm not a big fan of the two quarterback system, but this worked. And they like that air raid. And I think you can you get a little bit of two-dimensional.
Two-dimensional. It worked so good. Last week, they broke a school record.
Broke school record. Yes, they did.
For a single game. It's pretty impressive.
If you listen to the last episode, you've seen that.
Yes. That's right. Oh, yeah. Who you got in this one? What's the key to winning?
It's going to be a tough game right here for ETSU. Western Carolina last year was a very potent offense. I can't remember where their coach went. He went somewhere. I think he's at JMU. I think that's where he ended up going. Western Carolina's got a good offense. Like I said, they're 5-4 matching ETSU. Both these teams are very similar. Very similar in schemes, defensively, offensively. It's going to be tough, but you know, I'm not going against the Bucks in this one for one reason. And it's not because they're our local team. It's not because they're in Johnson City. It's because Darius Rucker is going to be there, and he is going to sing Wagon Wheel at this game.
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Give me the Bucks, 27-14.
27-14. I like it a lot. ETSU's got to do more on the run game this week if they want to win this one. Last week they only had 11 yards on the rush game, the entire game, 11 yards.
Yep.
Flat out simple, that's not going to cut it, despite how many passing yards you have. Establish the run game, at least give me 70 yards on the rush game. ETSU wins this one with Hootie and the Blowfish in the house, 31-24. Real fun stat for you here. Now, this is why I'm kind of skeptical. Hopefully, ETSU's made some improvements since last year, which I think they have. Yeah, I think they have. They lost this game last year to Western Carolina, 58-7.
Mm-hmm.
They're improved. I think they're improved.
All right.
We shall see.
We will see.
All right, man. Most important thing happened yesterday in history.
It wasn't yesterday, buddy. It was Tuesday, so...
Tuesday, sorry. My bad, man. I forget we're on Thursday.
Yep.
But most important thing happened on Tuesday. As y'all know, the election.
It was the election.
No. College playoff rankings were released.
They were. First ones ever.
First ones ever. That's the most important thing that happened on Tuesday.
Right.
Let's go. Let's go through these rankings, Hess. Can you pull... hey, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you pull them up on the screen for our viewers so they can see this?
Absolutely. If you'll just
I was just thinking that, man. I was just thinking that.
You'll give me a second here.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had some Jeopardy music. You got to show me where those where the sound bites are. Is it in the media over here?
Nope, can't tell you anything, man.
God, I ain't even look for none of this stuff. I'm going to find it. Don't worry.
Let me find this right here.
Aha, it's in the media. I found it. You're screwed. I don't know none of these, though.
Oh, man. Now we're going to get pirated. Now I can't post it on YouTube.
I only played 6 seconds. I don't know who that was. Never heard it before.
Lord. All right, so Here we go.
Pulled up for our viewers, baby, for our listeners. Here we go.
Yeah, right here, as you can see, guys, we got the college football
Boom.
playoff rankings. They got released. This one don't have the last two teams. The last two teams out are Texas A&M and SMU. But as you can see, guys, this sets up for some incredible matchups. If you're not watching the screen or you're not going to watch it, you're just listening. First round matchups you're going to have right now: Penn State, number 7 Penn State versus 10th ranked or 10th seeded Notre Dame. That game is at Notre Dame. You would have number 11 seeded Bama traveling to number 6 Texas. You would have number 12 Boise State traveling to the Horseshoe and Ohio State. And then you would have Indiana traveling to Neyland to play the Georgia Bulldogs, to play the Tennessee Volunteers.
Buddy.
And it gets interesting after that because the winner of the Tennessee-Indiana game plays Oregon. The winner of the Boise State-Ohio State game plays BYU. And then the winner of Notre Dame-Penn State would play Georgia. And then the winner of Texas-Alabama would play Miami. My biggest thing here is, the matchups that you're going to see, like Indiana coming to Knoxville, the Penn State Notre Dame matchup.
Stuff you've never seen before.
Right.
It's history, baby. That's why I said it's the most important day ever on Tuesday.
It is. It's pretty important.
I mean, now that's still early, right? I mean, we're just week 11, so there's still plenty of time for this to shape up. And
I want to make a statement here, too.
But
a lot of people are going to say, well, Georgia's actually the third-ranked team in the playoff. But by this ranking, it's having Georgia win the SEC, so they get the first-round bye. So right now, the polls or the playoff committee is projecting that Georgia, Miami, BYU, and Oregon win the Power 4 conference championship. So Oregon would win the Big 10, BYU would win the Big 12, Georgia the SEC, and Miami would win the ACC. Ohio State is actually ranked higher than Georgia. But since Georgia wins their conference title, they get the first-round bye, and this has Oregon beating Ohio State. So Ohio State would fall back. Oregon would get the first-round bye.
I like that. Yeah, the only thing that, I had a hard time stomaching again is it's always going to be like this, though, for this team is Notre Dame. At 10. Still not in a conference, so it just really bothers me because in this right here, if this was, today's last day or whatever, SMU would miss the playoffs. And I really do think they are one. I mean, they can be definitely argumentative for the best team in ACC, in my opinion.
Right.
So that would suck to not see SMU make it as much of a stellar season as they had just because Notre Dame doesn't want to join a conference.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois by 2 points early in their season. Everybody's kind of forgot about that, but I haven't. So they lost by 2 points, and they still make the playoff if they lose to nobody. And you have SMU, who lost by 3 points to a ranked BYU team, would miss the cut. And I don't agree with that.
Where it gets really – well, how they do it here is your 4 conference champions get the first-round bye. Then it's your highest-ranked teams behind those guys. Right. So that's how you get Notre Dame in. That's how you get.
I'm just saying, join a conference. And it just makes me mad. They got them 10th. I think SMU's a better team. Just my opinion, man, on the playoffs.
I mean, we'll see.
Do I think Ohio State should be ranked higher than Georgia? Yes and no. They lost to Oregon.
I don't know.
Oregon's number 1 team in the country.
I don't know if people paid attention to our Facebook page. Georgia has the number 1 strength of schedule this year. The next best team was Ohio State at 35. So I just think number 1 strength of schedule, you're playing the toughest opponents in college football. You have
Are they really though? You lost to Alabama, and apparently Alabama's not the same Alabama.
Yeah, but Alabama has the number 3 strength of schedule this year. So you're playing the teams who are playing the toughest opponents. Ohio State's not even nowhere near what Georgia's playing.
My thing on this, too, though, look how many SEC schools you got in this.
Well, it's because of the way the rankings are.
I know, but I'm just saying, that's crazy. That's why the strength of schedule for those programs are the top.
Sorry, we got 72 notifications on our Facebook there. I was going to check something.
Nice.
Oh my. Oh. Okay. Social media's blowing up a little bit, guys. So sorry about that.
Hey, that's a good thing to bring in this college football playoff, baby.
But just looking at it.
Is it Miami?
It's everything. Your Tennessee page, Miami page.
Yeah, Miami's been blowing us up, man.
Let's see, where's it at here? I just want to look at that. Strength of schedule. Where did that get shared?
Miami winning the ACC, I think that's debatable. I really do. We'll see.
I don't think Miami.
Cam Ward can do it. So
Miami gets blew out. I don't care who Miami plays in the ACC title game, they get beat.
Really?
But Miami's almost a shoe-in for the playoff, no matter if they get beat or not.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to
make
12.
Yeah, they'll make top 12.
Yeah, I think your teams right now that's looking a little worrisome would be Alabama, Notre Dame. Now, I think Penn State's solid the rest of the year. They got cupcakes the rest of the year.
They don't play nobody else.
Indiana, no. Indiana's got Ohio State coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Oregon don't have nobody left other than whoever they play in the conference championship.
Tennessee's got some tough games left. I'd be kind of worried about them.
Tennessee's got Georgia. Tennessee should be worried. I think based off this, Georgia's a lock as long as they don't win 2 games. As long as they don't lose 2 games.
Maybe.
I think. I look at Bama setting at 11 with 2 losses.
Right, but Bama's got LSU coming up this Saturday. So, I mean, they could very well lose that game.
That's what I'm saying, though. You're looking at Bama.
You could. This is where that equation comes in. Sorry, go ahead.
My thing is Bama's got 2 losses. If Georgia loses to Ole Miss or loses to Tennessee, there's no way you can possibly take them out of the top 12.
I'm saying, what if Georgia loses to both?
That won't happen.
I mean, you never know, man. It's been a wild year.
Nah, I don't think it happens.
Okay. We'll see.
But I do think Texas loses one more game. I think Alabama loses another game. I think Ohio State loses another game. I think Tennessee loses another game. I think Notre Dame loses another game. I think Miami loses another game.
You think Oregon loses a game this year? You think they run the table 12-0?
Maybe. Let me look. I want to look at who they got. I know they got – actually, I really don't think they got anybody outside of –
They beat Ohio State. That was the sound win there.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
But is Ohio State that good?
Yeah, Ohio State's good, man.
But they barely beat Penn State. Who we've bagged on all year.
They still beat them. Found a way to win. Beat Nebraska, who I was very high on. Indiana beat the brakes off Nebraska. Indiana very well could be the best team in that conference.
Yeah, Oregon's only got Maryland, Wisconsin, and Washington left.
That Washington game could be interesting. Last game of the season.
Indiana's
but it won't matter.
Indiana's got Michigan, Ohio State, and Purdue.
They could be one loss and still.
Ohio State's got a tough matchup against Purdue this weekend. They always struggle against Ohio State.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. If you don't remember, 2 years ago they got beat at home by Purdue.
It ain't gonna happen this year.
And they actually have Purdue has beat Ohio State every other year for the last 10.
Really? So split 5-5. Nice.
Yeah. So it's an interesting little. I was talking to an Ohio State fan about that today. They have a tough time with Purdue for some reason. I don't know. These rankings are very interesting. I think based off this, now I hope this ain't the telltale sign for the rest of the time, but based off this, if I'm an Oregon, BYU, Miami, or Georgia fan, as long as the wheels don't fall off of it, there's no reason why you are not in the playoff.
I agree.
Now, if I'm anything below Ohio State, I'm probably a little worried about what
last 4 in, really. Yeah. You got to be nervous. I mean,
especially with SMU sitting there, Texas A&M sitting there.
I'd also be kind of nervous if I'm Texas. I'm not gonna lie.
I also want to look at one more thing
because Texas has Florida. We're getting ready to touch on them here in a second. But they got Florida
too. I want to bring not that guy's finger. I don't know why that popped up.
Man, that's a good looking fingernail. Look at that.
It is. I don't know what is happening.
Man, look at that. What is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna close that app because I don't even know what that was.
Hey, let's close your other browsers. God bless.
Big old finger. I wanted to look at this one right here.
Leave all kinds of browsers up, man.
I want to look at this. This right here is a telltale right here. I think this will really help with the what we could possibly see. Let's see if we can see that. Scroll that down.
Let me make that a little bigger on my side. Okay.
All right. Right here. You got the last 2 in, or last 2 out is SMU, Texas A&M. All right, LSU beats Alabama this weekend. They're obviously jumping into the top 12.
They're going to go 12, yeah. 12.
Ole Miss beats Georgia this weekend. You have an argument for them to jump into the top 12. Iowa State, that loss, they need some help. Pittsburgh, they need some help. Kansas State, they win the Big 12. They play right now. I think it's going to depend on – actually, Colorado's got the gateway to that one. So if Colorado ends up winning the Big 12, they end up beating BYU in the Big 12 championship. BYU, that's going to be the argument there. All right. Colorado would jump.
Colorado's 20th. Wow.
They would get a first-round bye. They would be – if they won the Big 12, they would get a first-round bye. They would host a playoff game. Do you take BYU out? Then you're looking – You got Washington State 7-1. You got Louisville, who is now in the hunt for the ACC.
Yeah, coming.
Missouri, and then you got Army sitting down there, still undefeated, and still got Notre Dame coming.
Yeah, they could upset Notre Dame.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things here. Like if Louisville, Clemson, Pittsburgh win the ACC, that flips everything upside down because then you drop Miami out, but then that conference champion, Miami would fall not below 12, so Miami would stay, and then one of your bottom teams here, Louisville, Clemson, or Pitt would jump in. And that would take out a Boise State. I think
we'll see some chaos in the end of the season. I'm not joking. I think somebody like that will make it in.
I mean, you very well could see Colorado win the conference and Clemson or Louisville win the conference, and both of them take out Miami and BYU out of those top 4 seeds.
Just think how crazy this year's already been. I mean, it's probably going to be some wild stuff happen at the end of the year.
It could, very well could. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
What if Vandy wins out and makes it in? 3-loss team.
That's possible. There's a lot of people talking about Bama being a 3-loss team and making it.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about LSU being a 3-loss team.
That's crazy. So you think a 3-loss SEC school could make it potentially, depending on strength of schedule?
A 3-loss Colorado could make it if they win the Big 12.
And the Big 12, yeah. So any conference, really.
Yeah, if you make it to the conference championship and pull off that up, you're in the playoff. It's an automatic playoff first-round bye. Not only do you make the playoff, you get a first-round bye.
I don't know if I'd want a first-round bye.
You don't want.
It's kind of like baseball.
I was going to say you want to play that wild card round. I don't know.
Play that wild card game.
It's going to be in, but
maybe.
I think
This is the first time we're seeing it. Maybe you don't want to play that first game.
I don't think. So Colorado is sitting here. Okay, 6-2 Colorado. We got like 6-3 Louisville.
Yeah.
You got a 6-2 LSU, a 7-2 Texas A&M. I think if I remember correctly, the first round.
I see them Mustangs in there. Come on.
The first round is college campus games. The next round is bowl games, and the next round is a bowl game. So
gotcha.
Neutral site. So the first round, you get to host that playoff game.
That's awesome. Well, whoever's the home team,
whoever the higher seed is.
Wow, that's gonna be crazy.
Gonna be wild, man.
Gonna be wild.
Yeah. But wait, we got a little bit more to talk about here.
We sure do.
What we got next,
man? Week 11 college football previews. What we got next?
What
this episode's about?
Week 11.
Number 14. LSU versus number 11, Bama. College game day will be here. This game is at 7:30 p.m. kickoff this Saturday in Death Valley. That is at LSU, in case you all do not know. Both teams enter this one at 6-2, as we just talked about a second ago. Right now, Alabama is favored by 3.
Okay.
And the over-under is 58.5. How you feeling those odds? Let me give you a percentage. Alabama, according to ESPN, has a 69.6% chance to win this game.
That's good odds.
Now they're going to Death Valley. Now LSU is a pretty good team at home.
Clemson?
Huh?
I just know Clemson calls their stadium Death Valley.
Oh, no. Actual Death Valley. The one that won the most recent national championship.
Interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Jalen Milroe's the only quarterback to survive Tennessee's defense this year.
I saw that. That's pretty crazy.
Yep.
I didn't realize that. He about didn't, though, if you remember. He got hurt there for a minute.
Brian Kelly can't win big games. He's terrible against Alabama. He's never beat Alabama. Nope. They beat him last year. I need to look up Brian Kelly's record against Alabama. I think or was that the year they had Orgeron? Keys to this game is going to be, can LSU have that pass game going? That's
not only that. They got to establish some type of run, which they haven't done all season. Their leading rusher has 397 yards on the season, and then you flip the table and you ask the same thing for Bama for Jam Miller, who's got 450 yards on the season.
Here's the thing too about this game. There's going to be a tropical storm there. This game, like it's going to be an absolute monsoon. They're talking about it impacting the game. Weather is going to be key. The Weather Channel is forecasting just a 40% chance.
So if it's raining, I'm leaning run heavy game. So who's got the better rushing game?
Alabama,
hands down. Might be what the bettors are thinking on this one. I don't know if I take Alabama on the spread, though. I think it might be like a 1-point game, honestly. I hope it's like a neck-and-neck game all the way through. I want a good game.
You know what?
Keys for each team to win is who establishes run, correct?
Yeah, because both teams are pretty piss poor at running the football.
They really
are. They lean heavy on the quarterback. I mean, at least Bama's got Milroe who can run. Newsmeyer's a pocket passer, in my opinion.
He is.
You know, I mean, I have a gut feeling that LSU blows Bama out of the water.
Really?
And I don't go with LSU ever.
I know you don't. You can't stand them.
I can't. I do not like Brian Kelly at all.
But it's Bama, too, so how can you cheer for Bama?
I've cheered for Bama against LSU even when Saban was there. I can't stand LSU. Can't stand.
And you're picking LSU to win this game.
Gut's telling me to say LSU.
I'm going to go Bama. I think old DeBoer is a better coach than people are giving him credit for. And I think Jam Miller's a better running back than Durham. So, give me Bama. You know what? Give me Bama to cover. How about that? I just changed my mind. Give me Bama to cover. Roll Tide, roll.
Yeah, give me LSU and Newsmeyer blowing them out of the water. I think Newsmeyer hits 400 yards passing in this game.
Shoo! Very well good.
We'll see.
I just have a pretty good quarterback.
This is a night game, right?
Yeah, 7:30.
Yeah.
Prime time kickoff, baby. ABC.
Yeah, that's a tough place to play at night.
Yeah, it's gonna be rocking. Hey, seats here you can get from $196. It's not saying it.
It's good to know.
It's not saying it. I mean, huge matchup, $196.
Big matchup.
Big matchup here too.
Playoff implications.
Coming up right here.
Yeah, boy.
Number 2, Georgia versus 16 Ole Miss. This game is at 3:30 p.m. this Saturday. This game's at Ole Miss.
Game's at Ole Miss, man.
Game's at Ole Miss Rebels, baby. Ole Miss enters this one 7-2.
Yep.
Georgia 7-1.
Jackson Dart's coming off 556 yards passing last week.
He just broke a school record, I think, right? Yeah. 6 touchdowns, 500 some yards passing. I think it's like 515.
Yeah, something like that.
Absolutely torched Arkansas. Put up 63 in that game. So that offense was clicking. It was clicking early this season too. Then they kind of lost it. So we'll see what happens. Georgia's defense is no slouch. We know this. The over-under right now is at 54.5, so they're projecting a lot lower than scoring a game, and they think defense will show up. Right now, this spread is a lot tighter than I thought it would be. Georgia is only a 2.5 favorite. And this blows my mind. On the matchup predictor, Ole Miss has a 54% chance to win this game.
Well, last time Georgia wasn't picked in the matchup predictor, they hurt some Longhorn feelings.
They did. And that was a away game, too.
It was.
They didn't.
But I get it.
They beat the brakes off Texas.
I get it. Ole Miss, at Ole Miss, Jackson Dart throwing the ball real well. Carson Beck hasn't been able to hit a receiver in 3 games. He threw 11 interceptions in his last 3 games. He's threw
looked pretty rough against Florida.
Back-to-back games with 3 interceptions. He threw 3 against Kentucky, 3 against Florida. He's been trashed this year. He don't trust his receivers. Georgia has the worst passing game in the SEC outside of Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. Travis Etienne, he's day-to-day right now based off what Kirby's saying. He's got a rib injury, so we don't even know if he's going to be there to play. Georgia's defense is for real. Don't think Jackson Dart sees over 200 yards passing in this game. Wow. So I think the Ole Miss is going to have to run the football. It'll be close. I'm worried. So give me Ole Miss 17-14.
What?
Yep.
Picking against Georgia.
Yep. Give me Ole Miss 17-14.
17-14. Wow. I do think Dart
threw too many interceptions.
I think Dart is a way better quarterback than Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck's been exposed this year. I told you that earlier, just based on wide receivers. You lost what's his face.
Well, I think Carson,
tight end.
I think if Carson Beck is on Ole Miss, he's putting up better numbers than Jackson Dart.
Sure, you got wide receivers, but you do have Smith.
I just don't think talent-wise. I think Beck's better. I just don't think Beck believes in himself anymore.
I disagree. I think Jackson Dart's better. I mean, Jackson Dart's got 3,210 yards, but they're also the very offensive mind coach. I mean, Lane Kiffin, he's an offensive genius. I think defense still wins games. So I would not rule out Georgia. They shut down Texas' offense.
I just missed
crazy.
when Georgia had walk-on quarterbacks and won national championships.
I'm not going to pick against Georgia in this one, although I do want Ole Miss to win this game, obviously, as a Tennessee fan, because I need that to happen. But yeah, give me Georgia in a close one. It's going to be a lot closer than people think. But I do think they find a way to shut down Ole Miss's offense and slow them down. But I think Georgia finds a way to win. Carson Beck doesn't turn the ball over 3 times this game, and they win 24-20.
You're right. Carson Beck doesn't turn the football over.
Who does?
Georgia, 46-7.
You can't do that. You can't switch it up like that.
Just did.
Just did 46-7.
Yep. I don't think Ole Miss sees the end zone but one time, and it's on a Carson Beck pick six.
46-7.
46-7.
I knew something was wrong with you picking Ole Miss. I knew something was wrong with you.
If something's wrong.
You sick?
Nah, man.
God, I got some common sense into him now. Shoo. Worrying me like that, picking against his Bulldogs. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Number 24, Vandy versus USC, South Carolina. This game is this Saturday at Vandy. Commodores, baby. 4:15 p.m. kickoff.
Anchor down.
SEC Network. I think I got a ghost in my house or something, man. I just heard something.
That's weird.
Don't know what the heck that was. Kind of scared me.
I'm sorry.
Just kind of heard it. Kind of spooked right now. Kind of spooked like I am spooked by this Vanderbilt team.
Oh.
They're spooky, baby. 6-3. South Carolina just coming off a huge win last week. Absolutely dominated Texas A&M. Stormed the field. It was great to see. 5-3. Big win for Shane Beamer and Sellers. I mean, he played a heck of a game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right now, South Carolina's favored 3.5.
Yeah.
Over under at 45.5, so they're not expecting a lot of points out of these offenses. But I disagree. I think that I take the over on the points on that one. I think Pavia is going to ball out, and I think Sellers is going to ball out. Just being honest. Right now, South Carolina has a 58.7% chance to win this game.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I love Vandy. I have been probably Vandy's biggest supporter since before the season started.
You were?
I was on here telling people, listen, Vandy's good. Got a good coach. They're going to do some things this year. They're going to upset some teams. They're going to win some football games. They're more than just a basketball and baseball program. They're more than a bunch of doctors. But you know what? They ain't beating South Carolina this weekend. South Carolina wins this game 35-14.
35-14.
The ride is over, Vandy. Good job, guys. Great season by Vanderbilt.
I don't think the ride is over just yet. I mean, Pavier's been a heck of a quarterback this year. He did struggle, though, in that one game where he kept turning the ball over. We saw that. So I think if you can shut him down, you're going to beat Vandy. That's the key. If you can shut down Pavier, he's the leading passer. He's the leading rusher. So
they do have the number one tight end in the country.
Vanderbilt they do. Does. Vandy does.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Stowers?
Stowers? Yes.
Stowers, yeah. So, but Sailor's been turned on here lately. I like what I saw against Texas A&M. Everybody's been really high on Texas A&M. Go in South Carolina. Now, granted, South Carolina's got to go on the road, so it's a little bit harder to win on the road. Right. But Sailors looks like the real deal.
Yeah,
I think he can turn that entire program around. I see Shane Beamer getting another win. I think it's going to be a little bit closer spread, 42-38.
Interesting. I like that. We'll see, man. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be one of the better games of the weekend, possibly. But before we go any farther, I'd like to introduce the one and only, the car salesman king. This guy slings them. He is a hokey all over. He's going through all kinds of emotions. Brian Long, welcome to the show, buddy.
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome, buddy.
Always, brother. Always welcome.
So how's the pod going?
It's going.
It's going good so far, man. Went through the playoff projections, went through all that 12-team playoff, our thoughts. Went through some big games, coming up this Saturday. We got Georgia, Ole Miss. That's a big one. LSU, Bama.
Yep.
Just finished up talking about South Carolina and Vandy.
Did y'all cover
and next
Bluefield?
on the docket is number 19.
We talked about Bluefield.
Oh yeah. We ran through the locals.
Yeah,
we had Baker. We had Baker Mayfield come on.
Oh, okay.
He came on for a quick segment. Yeah. Seth Stanley special. Shout out Seth. No free shout outs.
Yep.
But yeah, had him on. It's been a killer episode so far.
It has.
But man, got number 19, Clemson versus the Virginia Tech Hokies. This Saturday, 3:30 p.m. kickoff. Clemson, 6-2. Hokies, 5-4. Right now, Clemson is a 6.5 favorite. Over under at 52.5. And also, too, right now,
You gonna let Brian talk?
I am. I'm just giving these stats and I'm going to let him get into it. Golly, rushing me. Right now, the matchup predictor, 62.4 chance for Clemson to win this game. How you feel about that, Brian?
I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. I mean, if you just took the scores out of last game and just looked at the stats, you'd have think Tech won. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
They had more total yards. They had more first downs. They had a better conversion on third down. They averaged more yards per play. They had less penalties, and they dominated time of possession by like 12 minutes. I mean, it just doesn't make sense on how they lost that game, and it comes down to coaching, in my opinion. And I got two big takeaways on this game. So first, on the offensive side and the coaching side, time management, man. You got to know how to manage a game. You're a head coach. You got to use timeouts if you got them. It's killed them all year, time management has. So the game against Syracuse, at the end of the first half, the ball was on the 46 with 18 seconds left. Schlee bobbled the snap, picked it up, ran 20 yards, put him like on like the 30-yard line, field goal range, good to go, right? Well, they reviewed it and said that his knee was down. So the refs went over to – so the ball had been dead at the 46-yard line, essentially. Right. So the refs went to Brent Pry and said, hey, do you want to take a timeout or a 10-second runoff? There's 18 seconds left, and he probably only needs about 15 yards for a field goal. So he opts to take a 10-second runoff instead of a timeout. That makes no sense. Nope. So the very next play after that, can't remember. I think it was Jeremiah Coney broke a run for 47 yards and put him on the 4-yard line. But you know what? It's the end of the half now. Say, what happened if you called that timeout? You get that big play. Even if you was going to run the clock out. Now at least you have time that you can call a timeout and get a field goal.
Yep.
You know? I mean, it's one of those things. You got to know how to manage the game.
That's tough.
And let's see, at the end of regulation, time management. So Virginia Tech gets the ball with 3 timeouts and like 30 seconds left on their own 30-yard line, right? You probably need 35 yards to get a field goal. Mm-hmm. Instead of using that clock management, Brent Pry decides to take the game to overtime, which makes no sense. Take deep shots, try to get PIs, and if you take a deep shot and gets intercepted, it's a punt. I mean, you're changing possession of the field. I mean, you got to be smart, and I mean, I don't necessarily blame. I know at the time I was emotional and I was blaming Tyler Bowen for the offensive play calling, but it wasn't his fault. I mean, he called a pretty decent game looking back at it. I mean, he did. I mean, there's play calls that worked. I mean, that reverse.
And he had a backup quarterback in too. So.
Yeah. The reverse option pass. I mean, that was one of the greatest plays I've seen as a Hokie in probably the past 15 years because we were on a simple offense. You know, we run that Packer Jack, Packer Jill type offense, you know.
John Adams.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the huge takeaway that I have with Tech, okay? So Tech's defense has mental collapses at the end of games. And here's a little stat to prove it. So if each game ended at the 2-minute warning, Tech would be 8-0-1. They've had a lead in every game at the 2-minute warning or tied at the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
So they have blown a lead in the final 2 minutes of regulation in every one of their losses.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if it's a scheming issue, if it's the defense is just getting tired, it's a conditioning issue. I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure what it is, but it's terrible. There's no excuse for it. There's a reason why you hold up.
What'd you do, Hiss? Hang on. What'd you do?
I stubbed my toe on my desk.
I knew you did something. All right. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's a reason why you hold up 4 fingers at the end of the third quarter, you know?
Right.
Because the fourth quarter is when the game is – are you okay, yes?
No. He's losing it.
Do we need to pause the timer?
Oh, man.
Okay, I'm good.
He nailed his toe. I heard it.
I heard it too, but I was just in it, man. I just kept going.
I just saw his face. I knew he did something, so I was just going to call it out.
Yeah, so there's a reason why he put it 4. He took his camera off. That's good.
Yeah,
Let him cry some. When you hold your 4 fingers up, that's saying that, hey, it's the fourth quarter. This is when the game is won, you know? That's when you find who has the more grit, who has the more determination. And obviously, Tech is lacking in that department. Do you want to go get some ice, Hess? I'll let you go get some ice. I'll finish when you get back.
Oh, my God, Es. Cracking me up, dude. Oh, I was not expecting that. Oh, Lord.
Are you crying?
Yeah, man, that got me, man. That got me. I can't, dude.
We gotta. Hey, somebody's got to gift Hess some steel toe shoes to sit at his
Shoot,
desk.
Right. Oh,
Golly.
so bad.
That got me, man.
Anyway, back to
I
Brian's
don't know why.
time management, fourth quarter.
Shoo.
All right.
Stop.
So are we good? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. So, all right. All right. I lost my train of thought, bro.
Dude, I can't.
Where are we at? This is really off the rails here. Well,
Castle, mute your mic. I hear you laughing.
Golly, man. I'm good.
He's good.
I'm good.
He's good.
That got me, dude. We got a case of the giggles late at night, I guess. Golly.
Early
Shoo.
in the morning.
Early in the morning. Sorry. Early in the
Yeah.
morning.
It's Thursday.
God, we went off the rails there, Brian. We're so sorry. Hess, do not
we're-
hit nothing, please.
We're good. We're
God.
good. Just back up
Okay.
about 2 feet from your desk real quick, so I can finish this segment. All right, there we go. No, in other words, like, you got to play in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-quarter game. They show up for 3 quarters, and then they give it away. Hey, but do y'all remember?
Dude,
I can't right now.
I can't, man. I can't. I keep hearing laughs. Oh, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I can't right now.
I can't. I can't.
Can we restart? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, this is good. This is great.
Do y'all remember what I said at the beginning of last week's pod about what Syracuse needed to do to win? I said if they can establish a run game, they'll win the game, right? So coming into that game, Syracuse only averaged 3.1 yards a carry. Against Tech, they averaged 4.3 yards per carry. Kyle McCord only threw it 35 times. That's the less he's thrown it the entire season. So, I mean, I don't know if they listened to the podcast, said, hey, the key to winning is running the ball. I don't know. But they did it and they won, but they shouldn't have. I mean, the stats show that they shouldn't have. I mean, Brent Pye, I love him. Super nice guy, great recruiter, good with the media, but he's quiet on the sideline. He's not energetic. He doesn't get in his guys' face when they mess up. You got to be a leader. Look at all the best teams. Look at Kirby Smart. Look at Nick Saban. I mean, if a staff member or a player screw up, they hold them accountable right then and there. They need to make sure that mistake doesn't happen again. This has happened for 3 years. At what point is a rebuild a rebuild? It's just you got to move on to the next person. But that's all I have about the last game. You asked about the Clemson game. So Clemson game, you said 6.5 point favorites.
Yeah, 6.5.
Yeah.
6.5.
So
Yeah.
another 1-score game. Got it.
Yeah. It's gonna be close.
So Virginia Tech hasn't won a game against a ranked opponent since the 2021 opener against UNC in Chapel Hill. So it's been 3.5
God, dude.
Yep. So and
Golly.
Clemson's coming in as number 19, so ranked opponent. Stats don't look good, right? But they're both coming off tough. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Like I mean, you saw.
I seriously don't know how you're a Hokie fan. I swear, I don't.
I mean, I'm a Ravens fan, so at least we play tonight, you know. So
Oh, true,
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
Who you got tonight?
I don't even remember.
When y'all play the Steelers, it should be soon.
I don't even want to talk about the Steelers, man.
Hess, please, God, stop.
We play the Bengals conference.
I got the giggles out. I'm good now.
Division
I'm
game.
good. Bengals. Okay, yeah, it should be a good game.
But here,
Nice uniforms, by the way, by Baltimore. All purple.
Oh yeah, did you see the new helmets? Pretty sick.
I like the logo.
Yeah. So back to Virginia Tech, Clemson. Did you know Clemson's defense is number 96 in the country, and giving up 4.1 yards per carry to opposing running backs?
Oh boy.
And that's the highest average that Clemson's given up since 1975.
Gosh.
So that being said, Tech's only chance of winning is if Tootin's playing and they give him the ball.
Feed him.
Is Tootin playing?
It's questionable. The press conference yesterday says questionable, but last week he was probable. So I don't understand a week rest. How you get,
questionable versus probable. I like it.
How you get worse? How you get worse with a week?
Keep
rest.
the Hokie fans on their toes. I like it.
But Tootin averages 6.7 yards per carry, which is top 10 in the country. So I mean, if he plays, I think we actually have a chance to win. But if Clemson starts rolling early, and it's gonna be bad. If we can keep it close early and run the ball, we will win 31-28.
31-28. I don't know how you do it, man.
But I have a second part. But if we have to play from behind and Clemson gets out early and starts swinging early, we'll lose 41-27.
Oh no!
No, that's not gonna happen.
Don't need that. Not in lane.
Not gonna happen. Not in lane.
Hey, it is striped out game, so I don't know what color you're wearing or what section you're in. Just make sure you wear color coordinate to that section.
I'm in the south end zone. Do you know what that is?
No, but they have a map that shows each section.
Okay.
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna deck myself out. Huge Hokie fan this Saturday.
If you want some hats, some jerseys,
I might have to holler at you.
Hoodies, I live right in the middle of town. You know where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, I'm right in the middle of town.
I'll just lay on my horn.
That's fine. I'll just throw it out with the other Virginia Tech stuff I've thrown out last week.
Yeah, feel that.
No, but I that's all I got with Clemson and Virginia Tech, and I just hope that we don't have nothing to look forward to each season. I mean, our biggest goal is to make a bowl game, and that's not what Virginia Tech football is. We held the record for most consecutive bowl games. We held the record for most consecutive 10-win seasons. And then now we're just a mediocre team that can barely get by. You know, it's something that we got to work hard on. And, Brent Pryde's got to look in the mirror. Is it the team or is it the coaches? Because the team's good. I mean, we have more projected first 2-round draft picks than Clemson. But yet, look where we're at. We're 5-4. What are they, 9-2?
Right.
Or 7-2, 8-2, whatever it is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you got to let your players play, have trust in your players to go make the play. And that's another thing with the defense. They are more individual players than they are team players. They go for the big play, and they don't care about making the play. Like, when we play football, we wrap up and wait for help, They don't care about that. They just want to get the big play on themselves. They want to strip the ball and all this other good stuff,
Man. Hokies.
Yeah,
it's drones playing.
He better be.
He was probable last week.
Oh, God.
God, man. I seriously don't know how y'all do it.
I mean, it's awful. I'm
just hearing you give those stats and facts. Yeah, Hokies is supposed to be playoff football. Mm-hmm. I mean, God bless. Frank Beamer.
Oh, speaking of that, I mean, if we want to go back even further, back when Frank Beamer retired, do you know who all we interviewed for the job, and they chose Joseph Fuente? That's a bigger problem right there. It might be on Whit Babcock or whatever his name is, the AD. Because we interviewed Hugh Freeze, we interviewed Kirby Smart, Coach O from LSU, and
I knew y'all had Kirby on that list. So y'all passed.
So Coach O, Hugh Freeze,
that hurts. That hurts even more.
Kirby, Shane Beamer, and Joseph Fuente, and they chose Joseph Fuente. And then Joseph Fuente screwed up because, he had nothing to do with Virginia Tech. He had no ties to them. But he didn't recruit the 757. He tried to recruit Texas and Oklahoma.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're giving up so much talent and the 757. I mean, look at the talent that comes out of there.
Tech's losing out to recruits there now to like ODU.
Yeah. I mean,
Liberty.
It's just wild. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I might as well be like an Emory fan. I mean,
we can bring you on if you want to come on with Seth Stanley.
hey, Appalachian State, y'all got extra to JMU. I'll rock some Apple State gear, you know.
Happy State, baby. Happy State.
Hey, y'all gotta go on a hill when you get there. Have y'all heard about that?
Yes.
The hill?
Yep.
Okay.
Hitting the hill.
Yeah.
We got. Did you see your agenda? We got 7 stops at the moment. That's before we even get to the stadium.
I heard the podcast where y'all was talking about it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't really.
Yes, 7 stops. Yeah, it's gonna be a long, busy day.
Is that before or after the game or during the game?
Before.
Are y'all gonna even?
We're hoping the game's a We're hoping the game's a 3:30 or 7:30 or 5:30, something like that.
That's the big thing.
What
It's a noon kick.
If it's a noon kick, we're not gonna be able to do all of it.
What time are you getting up to Blacksburg?
Oh, no, I'm talking about Boone.
I know,
it's
but
about Boone.
What time are you getting to Blacksburg next
I
week?
think we're leaving at like 10:30, 11. The game's at what, 3:30?
It's 3:30.
So,
You got to get up a little bit early. You got to go to Hokie Village. You got to go in there and experience the concert. Get you a Hokie Lager.
Village.
Yeah, it's like a little. It's the practice soccer field, and they put like bunch of. They make a concert there. They have different games and stuff, and cheerleaders there. The Hokie Birds there. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a good experience to have, and you got to watch the Hokie walk and stuff like that. I mean, it's nice.
Hokie walk.
We suck, but I mean that's nice. You know, at least they kept that grade A.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice college for sure.
And going into halftime, the second half, it will be technically a night game because of the time change. So you get to see the lights, fireworks, stuff like that. As long as we score touchdowns, you know.
They better win. That's all I say. They got to beat Clemson, man.
All right, I'm done.
Hope they do for your sake.
Yeah, I'm done.
After what you just told us, and hopefully Hess's toe is all right.
It's
Sorry
fine.
about that segment, man. That got me. I don't know what it was. I kept hearing the snickering on Hess's side, and it was tearing me up.
Well, I was trying not to like act like I hurt myself, but it was really hurting.
It just took off after that. I couldn't control it. I'm good. I'm good now. Got the giggles out, man. But
man.
yeah, Tech's really got to show up for this game. Hopefully Drones is playing. Hopefully Tootin gets to go. I think if they get that, I think they'll be fine. Gosnell's a heck of a receiver. Give me the Hokies at home. I'm going to say that because I just hope they win because I'm there. So 28-24.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with you on that one. I mean, even after, Brian talking about the questionables and probables and all that stuff and the poor coaching and the bad play calling and just things like that, the time management, I think Clemson's got a lot more to lose in this game. And I think a lot of people are coming into looking at this game now after both of them lost. Like, it don't really matter. And I think Tech's trying to prove a point in this game. So, I mean, I think if Tootin plays, I think Tech wins this confidently. He's out. Drones plays. They can still win this confidently, but I'm not going against the Hokies in lane on a Saturday evening, Saturday night. So, yeah, give me the Hokies in this one, 27-13.
Ooh, I like it. Holding Clemson to 13. So
you
think they shut down Klubnik?
We got to think about that Tech pass rush. That Tech pass rush is going to be back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Clemson struggled heavy last week.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Klubnik hit 200 yards. I could be wrong, but it was low. It was like 164, I think.
But isn't Clemson more of a rush attack this year? I haven't watched much of their games, but aren't they more heavily rushing?
They're balanced. Their leading rusher right now, Maffa, he's got 853 yards.
Yeah, okay. They've been very balanced this year.
Okay.
But some games it's like Klubnik goes off.
You don't know what
you're
going to get.
400, and then the next game, like you said, he goes off for 200. So
you don't know what you're going to get out of Klubnik. So that's going to be the key. He's only got 3 turnovers on the year, so he don't turn the ball over much. But my thing is too, and I'm gonna shut up after this. But I think this is kind of a must-win game for Tech because you got Duke after this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got UVA to finish off. I mean, UVA's no slouch either this year. So
yeah.
I mean, if you want to make a bowl game, you better win one of these 3. So
I don't care if we lose every game as long as we beat UVA. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you got to make a bowl game, man.
We go 1-10, 1-11 as long as that one win is UVA, and I'll be happy.
I like it.
I like it. The rivalry is still there. I love it. Some other notables for you all. You ready to run through these?
Yeah. Brian, you staying with us?
Yeah, I'll stay.
All right.
All right, man. All right, so let's run through these real quick. So Florida versus number 5 Texas. Pick and prediction. Brian, I'll let you go first on this one.
Florida's playing a third-string quarterback, right? Lagway's not playing?
Right.
Correct.
He's out for
He's
the year,
out.
ain't he?
He's done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not going to be close. I mean, Texas, they're 21.5-point favorites. I say they cover 48-17.
48-17. I like that. Hess?
Closer than the experts think. Texas wins this game. Close.
Close. Okay. I think Texas walks them, honestly. I'm expecting like a 35-10.
Okay. All right,
Because
well,
the backup quarterback, he's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Transferred from like Yale.
No, he's a senior. He's
Oh,
a
what's the
grad.
one that-
He's a
He's
grad,
a grad
transfer.
transfer.
From Yale.
Okay, grad transfer from Yale.
His
Okay.
mom and dad.
For some reason, I thought he was a freshman.
Florida Gator graduates.
Okay.
His whole family went to Florida. He was just not good enough to get there, but he was smart enough to go to Yale.
Nice.
Yeah. And he didn't play bad. He didn't play bad in that game. Once he started getting adequate to the offense and everything, he looked good.
Georgia looked terrible.
Yeah. We'll see.
Number
Next
6.
one. Yeah,
Oh,
Penn State.
you
Number
go
6,
for it, babe.
Number 6, Penn State versus Washington. Penn State coming off that loss to Ohio State, trying to get their footing back and make a statement. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Penn State bounces back. It's a 13.5-point spread, but I think Washington will keep it closer than that. Give me Penn State 34-24.
34-24, 10-point spread. Where's this game played at?
Washington.
I think it's Washington, right?
Yeah, but like y'all said last podcast, is Alabama really Alabama? Is Washington really Washington? Is Michigan really Michigan? I mean, it's like everything's turned around. I mean, the teams that were in there last year, it's not the same teams this year.
It's at Penn State.
No, it's at Penn State. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, Penn State definitely. Give me Penn State in a close one, 27-24.
How you going to say, give me Penn State definitely, and then say, give me Penn State close within like 10 seconds of
definitely. 3-point spread, baby.
Garbage time touchdown for Washington.
Kick it to win it.
Yeah.
27-24.
Scared money never made no money.
That's right. Give me Penn State. Give me Penn State.
All right. Got your Vols in this next game. Just Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. Traveling to Neyland again. Another home game.
Yeah. How you feeling? I'll let you go first in this one. This is your boys.
Feeling really good. I think maybe we can click in this game. Nico had it just coming off his best game, honestly, in the season. If wide receivers would have caught the ball, he would have finished up probably like 400 yards. So he had 300 yards, looked solid. I think he was like 22 for 28. Made some nice throws in that game. I think he continues to build. I think we see Nico time to shine, baby. Give me my balls. Putting up some points in the first half for once.
First quarter?
First quarter. They're going to score the first quarter and first time in, 6 weeks? 7 weeks?
Yeah.
42-28. No, sorry. Take that back. They haven't let 20 points be scored this entire season. And I'm saying that Mississippi State's going to score 28. I don't think so. 44. I'm going to go 44. 44-18. Balls.
Oh, I like it. Brian.
So first off, I want to congratulate Dylan Sampson for breaking the Tennessee rushing touchdown record.
Hey,
in
much
the
appreciated.
season.
Thank you.
So he deserves it. He's a dog.
Truly.
Put him in the red zone. I mean, give him the ball 4 or 5 times. He's going to get first downs and touchdowns. I mean, can't be stopped. That defensive line is probably one of the best defensive lines I've seen in college football in a long time. What's that dude? That big dude on the end. I can't think of his name.
James Pierce.
James Pierce, baby.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's going to probably be a top 10 draft pick.
Easily.
But your offense looking abysmal, man. Without, I mean, yeah, you had some good throws, but like I said, drop passes, stuff like that. That's fundamental stuff that shouldn't happen in college football.
Correct.
I mean, I don't think y'all lose this game, and I think y'all cover. But like you said, y'all haven't given up 20 points yet this season. I think the score's going to be 34-10.
I like that one a lot. I mean, I got to go with what you guys are saying. This defense, Tennessee's got electric. Dylan Sampson, was my key to the Vols offense at the start of this season. Feed that man. But I'm going to lean with what Castle and Brian have said here. I don't see Mississippi State scoring more than 20 or even scoring 20, but I do see Mississippi State winning this game 15-10, kicking all field goals.
Nice.
I like it. In Neyland. All right.
No.
Hope you're wrong.
I picked Kentucky last week and it worked.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, keep it up. Keep the streak going. Why don't you pick Georgia when they come there? Number 23, Pitt versus UVA.
Pitt and the dog
Yes.
wash.
Pitt in a dog wash. Dog wash?
Yeah, dog wash.
Dog wash.
No, dog wash.
Give me that dog wash.
Yeah, Pitt big.
Pitt big. Brian, what you got?
I got Pitt, but I don't think it's going to be big. I think Pitt was one of those teams that were overrated because they didn't play anybody.
Oof.
And then they started playing people, and then now they're starting to – it's starting to become real to them that, maybe we ain't who we are. But SMU, I mean, honestly, I think they're going to win the ACC. I mean, they're playing lights out.
SMU's good.
Yeah. And Miami, if they make the playoffs, they're going to get dog washed.
Dog washed. Yeah.
Like 30.
He put L in there.
Yeah. About 30 points the first game, So
Don't get me going again.
I say it's going to be a higher scoring game than people think. I'm going to say Pitt 34-31.
Pitt 34-31. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm going to take UVA in this one. Massive upset.
UVA. I think UVA
26-24.
I think UVA gets beaten because they're looking ahead to their big matchup in 2026 with the home series against
West Virginia.
WVU. They announced
2026. I like it.
And 2030.
Also, you all mentioned SMU. They did sign Matt Leinert's son today.
Really?
Nice.
Yep. Out of the 2026 class. Play quarterback.
Like his daddy.
Colorado. Texas Tech.
Wait.
You skipped one, man.
Yeah, skipped one.
I don't want to talk about BYU.
BYU versus Utah.
Oh. Battle of the Mormons.
BYU big.
Yeah, I agree
big.
with that.
Utah's fell off. I don't know what's happened.
I don't even want to kick
Cam Rosin is Cam down.
He ain't there
next year.
Cam Fallen.
No way. Is he really coming back?
They're working on getting the paperwork done.
What year will that make him?
7?
He's been there a long time.
Is it Texas first?
Yeah. Yeah, the COVID year, right? COVID year
and 2 injury years.
Oh, 2 injury years. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, BYU big in this one.
Off topic real quick. Hess, if you was to put Cam Rising in the offense with Georgia with the talent they have, do you think he'd be better than Carson Beck?
Yes.
I think so
100%.
too.
Yep, absolutely.
What about Jackson Dart? Who you got? Jackson Dart or
100%.
Okay, thank you.
Jackson Dart is a dog.
We had that conversation earlier.
Yeah. But I mean, Carson Beck, I mean, I ain't gonna talk about it. It's not on here.
Overrated, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who you got? You got BYU?
Yeah,
it's BYU.
Everybody BYU on the board.
Yeah.
Next up now, Hess, 21 Colorado versus Texas Tech. Who you got? It's going to be closer than y'all realize. I'm telling you.
Colorado by 10.
Colorado by 10. Brian, what you got?
Give me the Red Raiders.
I like it.
And the upset.
Back-to-back weeks.
34-28.
34-28. I think we'll go Red Raiders as well, man.
Ooh, back-to-back weeks beating a ranked program.
Yeah, I'm going to go Red Raiders. Matt McClung went there, so shout out to Mac. No free shout out, but yeah. Last on the docket. Close it out here. Michigan versus number 8, Indiana. Let that sink in. Indiana is 8th. Wow.
Coach of the year.
Hands down.
I mean, Michigan's got a good defense. So I don't say good. I mean, they're good defense. They're not great like they were when they won the national title, but that's about all they've got is a defense. If you can really even consider that. Their offense is abysmal. They don't know who the quarterback needs to be. Indiana, I mean, they're still leading the country in scoring. Indiana big in this one. 35-9.
9. I think with Michigan, get a quarterback. Figure out your offense, man. Still ain't done it. We're 11 weeks in. Don't have an offense. Give me Indiana big, 42-14.
Yeah, I think Curtis Rourke will have a statement game that will put him in the Heisman talks. I mean, he's balling out. I mean, he had 4 touchdowns last game, no interceptions, 350 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's going to keep it rolling. I think Indiana wins 41-17.
Oof.
Yeah, they
All right,
destroyed
Indiana's
Michigan
going to
State.
keep on rolling. Go Hoosiers. Who needs a basketball program?
Hoosiers, baby.
All right, well, guys, that brings us to the end. Other than make sure you get those college pick'ems in so somebody can beat Trey Bunn.
Nobody's going to touch Trey Bunn, man.
I don't know. Unfortunately.
He's got it secured. Trey, let us know what you want that $50 gift card for so we can go ahead and get it for you.
Yeah. I will say this. He will pick Ohio State to beat Indiana, so that's one game we can all get on him.
And that's Ohio State
Maybe.
wins.
That's Brian.
I'm just saying.
Dude, something fell in my office again. There's a ghost in here, dude. That's twice.
You just freaking out.
No, dude, I just heard something. Freaking me out. I don't know what's going on in here.
Well, Brian, we do appreciate you being on, buddy.
Yes,
We're sorry
absolutely.
for me stubbing my toe and the whole laughter thing.
Hey, it
Yeah,
maybe
happens,
that's
man.
quit.
It happens.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it's
apologize for that.
It's just like Virginia Tech season. It was all a joke, so it doesn't matter. So
It's just a giggle, man. Just a little hiccup.
But guys,
Hiccup, man.
awesome
Hokies coming
episode.
back.
Appreciate you coming on, Brian.
Yeah.
Everybody else, have a
Thanks for
great
having me.
Thursday. Have a great weekend.
do I need to stay till it uploads again, or
You can just hit the
Just hit the leave.
yeah.
okay?
Leave studio. Yeah.
All right. See
Should
you
be
guys.
good.
Thanks for
See
having
y'all.
See you, bro.
Bye.
See you, Hess.
See you, bud.
Bye, everybody.
We're done.